Hello, hello, hello. We are live. Hi, everybody. Coach Hadassah here, metaphysician, emotional wellness coach, wellness entrepreneur, and Extreme FX global expansion leader. It's where Bitcoin and Forex collide. It's where the money resides. All right. Oh, as a matter of fact, let me do something. I thought I had put this up here. All right. There we go. There we go. So, listen. Today is Wealthy Wednesday. And if any one of you that's tuning in right now, if you're not friends, Facebook friends, I mean, of course, we're on YouTube as well. But look, if you're on Facebook and if you are not Facebook friends with Coach Cotton, I'm telling you right now, make sure that you go friend Coach Cotton. I shared her video from earlier, her live that she did from earlier. So you can look at this. It's probably most likely it's the one right before this post. And friend Coach Cotton, we are always in the same spirit. You know, we find ourselves on the same page talking about similar things. And it's almost like, well, how did she know that I was going to be talking about this today? Well, because here's the thing: when you're in the kingdom, you're in the same kingdom, you're in the same house, there's the same house rules. So you end up talking about the same things, but maybe from a bit of a different perspective. So, um, listen, she went into something that I was going to be talking about today, and it just lit me on fire. It definitely inspired me and gave me some more oomph to what I was going to be talking about today anyway on this Wealth Wednesday. Right? Okay, Coach Cotton. Look, she said every day. I'm telling you, every single time this happens. I almost didn't come on here because I'm like, you know what? Coach Cotton talked about it. She got it. Let me just share it. But, Spirit said, no, you have to speak about this, but you're going to speak about this from a different perspective. And I almost sent Coach Cotton an invite link so that she could come on here, like right now, to finish what what she was saying. But today is Wealthy Wednesday. It's also the Coach's Corner this evening at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern. And we do have a special guest, speaker, author, and professional development coach, Rodney C. Burris. So you definitely want to tune in tonight for the Coach's Corner. I'm telling you right now, you do not want to miss it. All right? Because he's awesome. He's the bomb. Man, we have great coaches over here in our common unity. So you want to come on over here in our common unity because look, when you talk about sharing the wealth, when you're talking about sharing the wealth, I always talk about this on Wealthy Wednesdays. Wealth is wellness, it is well-being, it is welfare, and wealth is shared by a community. Wealth is not something that you build on your own and by yourself. It's impossible. You can get rich by yourself. You can, and which means this: you can accumulate an abundance of materials by yourself. You can get it in the spirit and out of the spirit. That you can do. But wealth, you can't do it alone and by yourself. It's with the community because it involves wholeness and healing. So that's what we're talking about today on Wealthy Wednesday. So Coach Cotton, let me put this book down. I was sitting here reading the book. As you can see, I'm in my vehicle. I'm actually in the parking lot waiting for my husband to get off work. you know. And why is that? Like, why am I sitting in the parking lot in our truck waiting for my husband to get off work? Because today I had an appointment. What appointment did I have? I had an appointment at the chiropractor and the massage therapist. Okay. That is what I had today. Well, why is that? Because I was experiencing some back problems. Well, I don't want to say back problems, but there's a certain pain that I get in my back, and I know that it has to do with what my part of my profession, right? What I do every day. And what is that? Well, I'm a caregiver. I am a caregiver for my daughter who lives with disabilities. She has cerebral palsy. Many people know her as sister, right? So, she has cerebral palsy. I have to lift her. I'm lifting her every day, at least twice a day. About And I say a minimum of twice a day, but about 3 times a day, I'm lifting her, or maybe four. Look, 2 to 4 times a day, I'm lifting her. She's about 100 or so pounds, 105, 110, kind of fluctuates. And then, of course, there's her chair, the wheelchair. And so, just with that, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I'm because of course there's a certain way to stand, and we don't lift with our back. We have to lift with our knees, right? So, I kind of like bend my knees or squat in order to lift her out the chair, and then put her in the bed, and then fight with her muscle tension because her muscles are tight, right? One of the reasons why I ended up going to school for massage therapy, um, really in order to work with her, because she needs massage therapy, if not 2, 3 times a week, definitely once a week. And that can get pretty expensive. And so, because I'm already working with her, I figured, hey, why not go ahead, learn the skill set. I could become licensed as well, and work with other people. But it was mainly for her. On top of the fact that I needed to go because, my son told me that he wanted to go to massage therapy school. And I'm like, okay, I'm already knowing at some point he might end up stopping, and we don't need to start something and then stop it. And if I'm there, he gonna finish. Right? So it was just one of those things. And so, it was a great thing to do. We went together. We both finished the program, got licensed. um Again, great skill set to have in order to work with my daughter. But then also, because I was a certified emotion code and body code practitioner, I didn't have to have a license to touch, but I figured it would be good to have a license to touch, and that license to touch being a massage, a clinical massage therapist license. And in case I have to be hands on with my emotion code and body code clients, then boom, I'm covered, right? So that certification, along with the clinical massage therapist that licensed, and all of that, boom, great skill set. But here's the thing about it, myself, because here's the thing, healers need healing as well. Right? Healers need healing. And so if I'm caring for my daughter, whether it's her or whether I take on some other clients as well, other people that may have disabilities, I have to take care of myself, right? I have to take care of myself as well. So even before I went to school for massage therapy, before I became a licensed clinical massage therapist, I was going to um I was going for massage therapy just because I knew it because of my back. I could feel it. I could feel it. And so I was going maybe anywhere between, 4 to 6 weeks for my appointment for massage therapy, because again, I could end up with back issues. And here's the thing about it, I wanted to be proactive, not reactive. What does that mean? Well, being proactive, especially when it comes to our health and our body, That is about maintaining, maintenance, right? Maintenance and sustaining. Not after we all broke down, busted and disgusted, and need, all kinds of things, back surgery. Now we have to deal with prescription medications and, stuff like that. Now, we're throwing a lot of money at stuff like that. Whereas if we would have been proactive and with preventative measures and maintaining our health, like, yeah, it costs money, but not as much money as it is when you're trying to chase the problem after everything is broken down, right? Now, where am I going with this? Okay. That you can take that and apply that to any area of life, relationships, your professional or work life, financial, health, all of that. Now, let's take it to the scriptures in the garden, okay? Everything was created first before man and woman was created. Everything was created first. And then man and woman came in on the sixth day after it was all created. And then there was a mandate or a law given to man and woman, which was dress and keep the garden. Man and woman didn't create it, but they were placed in the garden. And when I say the garden, I'm talking about earth, right? I'm talking about earth. Dress it and keep it. Look, he said you can eat freely from the trees of the garden, except one. Lest when you eat from that tree, ye die. Now, they did not know what death even was. But the law was that was the only thing that dress it and keep it, right? That means it's all here. It's all done. All the work is done. All you have to do is maintain it. That's it. Maintain it. Okay. So then after that knowledge, right? Or beginning or what we knowing. After knowing or being intimate with, because that's what to know means. To know means to be intimate with, right? So when they knew good and evil, now let's break that down. To know good and evil, because I'm gonna do like Coach Cotton, and we always do this, right? What does that word mean in the Hebrew? And I say Hebrew because that was the first language spoken. That was the language spoken before the Tower of Babel, right? And the languages were confused. Okay, so it was only one language spoken, and it was the Hebrew language. And then when man just decided, I don't know what they was on, and Yahweh was like, look at these fools, let me just confuse their tongue. We don't have everybody speaking the same language, so they don't know. But you have to read the book that talked about that, and it's not in the Canaanized version, right? So what does good and evil mean in the Hebrew tongue? Good is closely related to the word function or functional. Evil is close in Hebrew, is closely related to the word dysfunction or dysfunctional. The word and is a conjunction word. It means it joins two things, two thoughts, or whatever together. So if you have functional and dysfunctional, those are two total opposites that cannot be in the same place at the same time. functional and dysfunctional, that's confusion. So when you try to join the two by and, good and evil, dysfunction or function and dysfunction, it's impossible. So it's like to know good and evil, to know function and dysfunction, impossible. It was like, I don't want you to know that. You should not be closely related or intimate with that, because that will break down everything. It will always be opposite on opposite ends, right? So when that happened, when they did know it, when they did become closely intimate with that, there was a fall that took place, or a death. Well, what was that death? Because when we say, okay, death, we think, you think to not be in the body anymore, but they were. There was a death in consciousness. That means, what does that mean? A death in consciousness, where everything, every living thing is conscious. Every living thing is conscious. So it meant that they became unaware of everything in their environment, the communication of things of their in their environment. There was a cutting off of it. The awareness of everything, the awareness on the intelligence of the trees, the awareness and the intelligence of just nature that they were in, totally cut off from it. To know and understand how each and every plant works, to know and understand how the universe works, to know and understand nature and their relationship with it. Because if they were placed there in order to dress it and to keep it, they had to be connected with and understand the intelligence of every living thing that they were in the environment. How you placed in a garden and then told to dress it and to keep it, but then you don't have any communication with it, right? I mean, we always say that about, well, what's the most important thing in relationships? And everybody say communication. Everybody says communication and then don't communicate, right? And there's more than just verbal communication. Really, 10% of our communication is verbal. The other 90 is nonverbal. It's in our expression. It's in our body language. It's in our countenance, that comes across our face. Look, people that you're really in tune with, or that right? They don't have to say a word. And they could just be sitting there like this. But if you know them, I mean, really intimately know them, you can feel their energy. You can feel their spirit. You'll know a facial expression. If they eyebrow go up, you know exactly what they mean, communicating and everything. It's all what they say, written all over your face. Right? We say, Coach Cotton, you say, please don't make me throw my shoe. I'm serious. Right? Right? And so you have to know that intimately and exactly emotionally. When we say emotionally, emotion, that is energy in motion. It's energy in motion. And so emotional intelligence, that is knowing the energy, that is feeling the energy. But many people are cut off from feeling. They don't want to feel. But the body, I'll tell you what the body is. The body is a processor. It's all the body is a processor. But it processes the experience of feeling out the environment. Consciousness is in the environment, and the body processes the environment, our experience with it. Let me see if my husband's ready to go or not. Let's see. Okay. So we cannot be cut off from feeling, because if we are, guess what? We're dead. That is what the death is. That's what the death was. You know, there was a death in consciousness, or a death in communication, feeling the environment, knowing the environment, communicating with the environment. That's what the death is. So if healing is all about being in tune again, being conscious of our emotions, being conscious of the energy that's in motion in our environment, because our bodies processes it. And if we do not allow our bodies to process it, right, we're cut off. We're dead. We're dead people walking. Just, I don't know what they call it. They call it, going along, or going with the flow, or oh shoot, I forget the saying that we say about, going through the motions. Just going through the motions, instead of the energy, being one with the energy that's in motion. Okay, so they fell from consciousness of enlightenment, which is on the highest emotional frequency scale, all the way down to the bottom, in which the lowest frequency emotion is shame. Think about what they did in the garden. Shame. Ooh, I look, the Father is coming. Let me cover myself up with these leaves. What you cover? I'm naked. Who told you? Who told you you was naked? Was you over there eating that tree that I told you from not to? You see what I'm saying? Who told you was naked? Right? Now, here's the thing. Being aware, being consciously aware of our environment and the processes of our body. When you feel something going on in your body, like today, right? Like, I usually get a massage every 6 weeks. Then 6 to 8 weeks. 8 weeks, I'm like, I gotta go. Right? And then chiropractic adjustments. Because again, I'm using my body, because I gotta lift my daughter and stuff like that. So I have to be okay in order to take care of her. Right? So I'm feeling something in my back. But it's not the same as when I know it's time for me to get a massage. Okay? Now, if I'm not aware or conscious of my body communication of a soreness or a pain, or, something like that, and just let it continue to go on, that's just piling up and 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 piling up until it becomes a bigger issue. That's not maintenance. That is, later on down the line, it becomes a bigger problem. And then now I'm trying to chase the problem. Probably have to have surgery, or be on some prescription medications, or diagnosed with something and all of that, when it probably started 10 years prior. If I was conscious of the pain or soreness or whatever, and like, feel it, process it, let me go get this checked out. Let me go get it checked out, right? And it could be something very, very simple, right? Something very, very simple. And then, hold on, I'm almost finished. So something very simple, and then just seeing what that is. And I'm telling you, a lot of issues, a lot of health issues, do you know that they can be solved with massage and chiropractic adjustments? That's like maintenance. Nip it in the bud right there. And then not only that, but of course, nutrition, what we eat. And when I say nutrition, I'm talking about, like, because our body needs um nutrients and vitamins and minerals. It needs that. Things like sea moss. It has 93 of the 103 minerals that our body needs. Sea moss. So you're talking about 10 of them it doesn't have. But sea moss has 93 of them. We can have that. Add that to our nutritional, diet. Then our vitamins, um, look, B, C, D, just all of them. We have an endocannabinoid system in which, our bodies needs the cannabinoids, and that is from hemp, cannabis, things like that. Our body needs it. And then, with our foods doesn't have the nutrients that it had before, back when, because everything's pretty much processed now. But just those things. But what we eat, the chiropractic adjustments, because that deals with our bones, the structure, and then the massage, because that has to deal with our muscles, and we're using our muscles every single day when we're moving and everything. But then because we will experience stress, right? So the stress, of course, if we experience a lot of it, then what happens is that opens us up for all sickness, illness, dis-ease, of course. But we can alleviate a lot of that through massage. So when you get that creates, when you get the dopamine and the serotonin and all of that good stuff that's released in the body, our bodies is its own pharmacy, to be honest with you. It is designed with the intelligence for its own pharmacy, its own chemicals to be released. But the knowledge is not readily available. These are things that we really should learn, like children should learn in elementary school, like K through 12. We all live in our body. So why not know about it? Most people probably know more about their car than they do their own bodies. What's needed for it, how to take care of it, or all of that. We'll be in it until we're not in it anymore. But a lot of times we leave the body probably earlier than we should, just because we don't know how to take care of it. Think about it. With a car or a house or anything like that, you don't maintain it, it will fall apart. You try to patch it up or whatever, the problem will get worse and worse and worse. And so we could be grinding and, to get the bags and get the wealth and all of that good stuff. But if we don't take care of this, what are we doing? The scripture says that I will give you power to get wealth. Well, where's that power going to come from? Where's that power generated? In the body. In the body. So take care of it so that we can enjoy the wealth. We can enjoy the abundance. We can enjoy the materials. And we can also, use some of it for maintenance. So with that being said, I'm out. Time to go. Right? But make sure that you all tune into the Coach's Corner tonight, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. Eastern. with myself, Coach Cotton, and our special guest speaker, author, and professional development coach, Rodney C. Barris. All right. So you guys take care. About to start driving. And so we'll see you all tonight. All right. You all have a wonderful, wonderful day. And look, maintenance, maintain, take care of yourself because you want to enjoy your wealth. All right. Peace.